Phoenix, breaking down the National League wild-card game between the Arizona Diamondbacks and Colorado Rockies at Chase Field. Diamondbacks 11, Rockies 7. The Diamondbacks advance to the NL Division Series against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Game 1 is Friday night at Dodger Stadium. The game, Paul Goldschmidt's 3-run homer off Jon Gray set the tone, putting the Diamondbacks ahead 3-0 in 8 pitches into the bottom of the first, but they needed plenty more help to fend off the hard-charging Rockies. That included the first relief appearance since 2014 by left-hander Robbie Ray, who went 15-5 in 28 starts during the season. Ray took over in the fourth and gave up a run in 2 1/3 innings, throwing 34 pitches and getting credit for the win. But his was hardly the most memorable performance by a pitcher in the game. That honor belongs to reliever Archie Bradley, and it was as a hitter. Bradley's 2-run triple in the 7th, on his 5th plate appearance of the season, put Arizona ahead 8-5. Of course, then he would serve up 2 home runs in the 8th to allow the Rockies to narrow the gap in the wild and entertaining game. A.J. Pollock finally salted it away for the Diamondbacks with their 4th triple of the game, a 2-run drive to right center off Greg Holland, to extend the lead to 10-7. Jeff Mathis followed with an RBI bunt single to cap the 3-run 8th. Arizona leadoff man David Peralta and second-place hitter Ketel Marte combined for 6 hits, with Marte becoming the first player to hit 2 triples in a postseason game since the Philadelphia Phillies' Mariano Duncan in 1993. Daniel Descalso's 2-run homer off Tyler Anderson in the 3rd inning stretched the Diamondbacks' lead to 6-0, and the route was on, or so it seemed. More postseason coverage. The Rockies, who led the NL in runs scored, would soon get going. Diamondbacks starter Zach Greinke went 13-1 at home this season, and allowed just 1 hit over the first 3 innings, but he couldn't get out of the 4th. The Rockies battered Greinke for 5 hits and 4 runs in the inning to slice the deficit to 6-4. Gerardo Parra and Jonathan Lucroy drove in a run and scored another in the inning. Colorado closed within a run on Charlie Blackmon's RBI bunt in the 7th, right after Ray left the game with a runner on 3rd. Bradley gave the hosts some breathing room in the bottom half with his triple, but then coughed up solo home runs to Nolan Arenado and Trevor Story in the 8th to make it a 1-run game again, 8-7. State of the Diamondbacks. Greinke's inability to go deep into the game despite a 6-0 lead puts the Diamondbacks in a quandary. Ray registered a 2.27 ERA against the Dodgers in 5 outings this season, and was in line to start Game 1, but his extended relief appearance will likely force him to wait to make his Division Series debut. The choice for Friday's starter may come down to lefty Patrick Corbin or hard-throwing right-hander Taijuan Walker. Still, that hardly puts the Diamondbacks behind the 8 ball. They took the season series from the Dodgers 11-8, winning their last 6 matchups. Man of the moment, Bradley, who has become a folk hero in Arizona with his larger-than-life beard and personality, got a large ovation when he entered the game in relief in the top of the 7th, the lead down to 6-5. The reception was nothing compared to the eruption from the sellout crowd of 48,803, when Bradley ripped his triple off Pat Neshek, eliciting chants of Archie. Archie. Bradley is the first relief pitcher to hit a triple in a postseason game since Dontrelle Willis in 2003, and the first reliever ever. He may be the first pitcher to yield 2 homers in the inning, after tripling in a playoff game. Researchers were still digging for that nugget. Pivot point: it's hard to top Bradley's triple, but Goldschmidt's home run carry lots of significance as well. The MVP candidate batted .171 from September 1 on, and was hitless in his last 17 at-bats of the season. In addition, he had gone 0 for 11 in his career versus Gray. Goldschmidt snapped out of his doldrums by blasting a hanging curve from Gray, then was robbed of an RBI by Arenado in the 4th and singled in the 9th, an encouraging sign for the Diamondbacks as they head to the Division Series. Needing a mulligan, Gray probably still doesn't know what hit him. He came in with excellent numbers at Chase Field this season, a 2-0 record and 2.77 ERA in 2 starts. Yet he allowed as many runs in 1 1/3 innings, 4, as he had in the previous 13. Gray was throwing hard, hitting 98 miles per hour with his fastball at times, but left too many pitches high in the zone and paid the price. His start was the shortest in Colorado postseason history. What you missed on TV: NFL Hall of Famer and former Arizona Cardinals star Kurt Warner firing a high fastball to the Diamondbacks' Taijuan Walker for the ceremonial first pitch. It wasn't a tie spiral, but Warner acquitted himself well.